What's going on YouTube? It is Kayak Quest, and today I'm going to be doing some ultralight fishing. So this video is going to be raw and uncut to where y'all see, well, every single fish caught, every single fish lost, and well, anything else that happens in this video. But if y'all are new to the channel, make sure y'all subscribe and turn on those notifications so y'all do not miss a video. So here is the lure I'm going to be using today. This is a 1-inch Berkeley Gulp Minnow that is in the smelt color, and that's on a 1/64 ounce jig head. And I got myself some 2-pound fluorocarbon line. So I finally got myself a new ultralight reel. This is a Fluger reel. I actually had to look up on how you pronounce the name because it starts with a P. I was like, how in the world do you say the name of the brand? And well, it was Fluger. So I think the word's like German or something. But for my regular viewers, if y'all know, there's a fish right there. Starting out the video with a bang, man. Pretty quickly into the video. How long? This is less than 2 minutes in the video. We got our first bluegill. See a bluegill. What was I talking about? I can't even remember what I was talking about. Oh yeah, my regular viewers, there's another fish right there. They're stacked. There's this little stick sticking up in the water. They're stacked all over it. But my regular viewers, if y'all been watching, y'all know that my other ultralight reel, the bell of it just got so loose to where I just couldn't use the thing. I found out that the spring, there's a little spring on the side here, and I believe that it either broke or came off. So that is what was causing the reel for the bell of it to be really flimsy. But this is my first trip out here with the thing. There's another one right here. Another old bluegill. Yeah. Thank you, bluegill. But yeah, this is my first trip out on it with the reel, and I gotta tell y'all, I love this reel. I mean, it is super smooth. I can actually cast it farther than my other reel that I had. And it's just, I don't know, it's just great. You know, it's not a cheap reel by any means, but you definitely get what you pay for, especially these days. You know, these days feel like you gotta spend a little more to just get anything that's quality. But I'm not sponsored or anything, but I will say this is a very nice reel. I believe it's 7 bearings. So, very smooth reel. I'll make one more cast right there. See if I get anything. If not, then I'll make my way on down the bank here. Move my case. Move it behind my seat. There we go. But yeah, I was out here, and oh, I got bit right there. But I'm going catfishing tomorrow. So I was out here, I was throwing the cast net and stuff. I got me plenty of gizzard shad and plenty of thread fins. So, well, actually no, only got 3 gizzards, my bad. Misspoke right there. Yeah, I got 3 gizzard shads and plenty of thread fins. And I was ultralighting for a little bit. And I got me some bluegill as well. So I won't be keeping any more. I think I kept about 5 or 6. Well, I thought I got bit right there. But yeah, there's a couple different ways to fish this lure. You can cast it out, just like that, and then you can just let it, well, there's a fish right there. Well, that thing seemed really small. But you cast it, and then you let it fall all the way to the bottom. If you don't get bit on the fall, when it hits the bottom, you just start slightly reeling and twitching it. It's a very good way to catch a bunch of fish. I mainly catch bluegill doing this, but of course you can catch bass, crappie, catfish will eat this thing, white bass, yellow bass. I mean, just a ton of stuff will eat this small little minnow right here. I mean, it's at the bottom of the food chain. What wouldn't eat it, right? I have actually seen videos where someone caught a gizzard shad on a gulp minnow. I don't even know how that's possible, because gizzard shads, they don't eat minnows. I mean they eat like algae and stuff on top of the water. So who knows? That's never happened to me. If it does, that's gonna be one heck of a story to tell. I caught a golden shiner on this gulp minnow before. This is in one of my ultralight videos, and I honestly didn't know that golden shiners ate small minnows either. I thought those things ate you know, algae and stuff like the gizzard shad. But I might have to fix my gulp here soon. If it gets ripped on one side, you can flip it over, and then you can get more use out of it. But as y'all can see, I'm not using my live scope right now. I'll turn on the normal graph, normal 2D, but yeah, I'm gonna fix that gulp. But for right now, I felt like I just wanted to have the live scope turned off, because I know eventually I'm gonna run into some fish, into some bluegill or whatever. I mean, it's just inevitable that I do. So big thing with those gulp minnows is you have to make sure that it's straight on the hook. If not, the gulp is gonna, I got bit right there, it's gonna just twirl down in the water, and you're not gonna, well, there's a fish right there. There was. You're gonna deter a lot of your bites. So it's always best to make sure it's straight as possible on the hook. Make another cast right there. Man, this is an awesome reel. I wish I got this thing a lot sooner. But my rod, it's a Bass Pro Shops microlight rod, and I've had it for a few months. There was one I really liked, and well, my dumb self, I was at a pond, you know, getting me some bluegill for bait, and I set that ultralight rod on the ground, and my dumb self stepped on the tip of it and broke the thing. I was like, crap, man, you kidding me? So it's pretty much the exact same thing. It's just it looks different. That other rod, I forget what. No, it was the exact same thing, Bass Pro Shops microlight, but they changed the thing, the way it looks. But I mean, it was gray. I mean, man, I love that rod, but unfortunately they changed the color and everything to it. So it's okay. I'll survive. It's not the end of the world. Sometimes you'll get rods and reels, and then a couple years later they don't make that rod or reel anymore. Move on down just a touch. There's a tree right down there that looks promising. I fished this area before. But I mean, you can come out here and just catch a buttload of fish with this gulp minnow. got a cast right there. You see, I don't know if they got on camera, something splashed up right beside my kayak. I don't know what that was. But yeah, I was throwing the cast net earlier, and I actually got a largemouth in the cast net. So, of course, I didn't keep that thing. Oh, there was a fish right there. Came off. My hook sharp? Yeah, sucker sharp. But that thing was probably, it was probably close to a 1.5 pound, 2 pound bass. You'll probably never see me use largemouth as bait. I have no intentions on doing that. I will use white bass and stuff though as catfish bait. I just don't catch them very often to where I can use them as catfish bait, you know? So. But yeah, we're getting to that transition in the fall to where I'm so sick and tired of the heat. So hopefully it'll start cooling down soon. I think starting next week's supposed to be like, the high's supposed to be high 70s, which that's great. I'm a sunny at 75 kind of guy. I really like it when the high is like, what in the world happened? When the high is like in the mid to high 60s. Oh, for that, it's like fishing weather. In the mornings is like in the 50s. That's what I like. But when it's sunny at 75, that's also very nice too. But yeah, it's not really shallow where I'm fishing at. I mean, this body of water it's not very deep. The deepest part's like 18 foot. So, ooh, look at that little pocket right there. See if I can cast it without. Kind of made it there. That little pocket right there looks promising. And I want to throw my jig right in there. Oh, perfection. That's why I call it money shot. Look at this, I'm getting bit. Yep, there is a fish right there. If I was a fish, I would want to be right there. I felt it in my jellies that there was going to be some fish right there. Well, hi there, buddy. Wiped out the lens. There we go. How's your day been? You had a pretty good day so far? Get that hook out. You're lucky I don't need any more catfish bait today. Otherwise, I would keep you. There we go. It's all nice and straight. I was almost there. I'll probably get bit on it. But I've added... I'm getting bit right there. Added something to my camera. I guess they call them where it picks up the noise, audio. I don't even know what you call it. Audio jacks. Whatever they're called. I added little dead cats to where it'll block out a lot of the other noise, like wind noise and stuff. I don't know if it'll reduce road noise, but I thought I would give it a shot. They just stick right on the top of them. Got them on Amazon. I was like, you know what, this thing will work. Because I wish you could hook up a external microphone to a GoPro, for which you can, but you need the media mod to it. And if I have the media mod plugged in, I can't have like those dead cats on there and stuff. So, well, I guess it's actually like there's another thing to where it was like the fuzz on it. There's another microphone built into it. Oh, there we go. But yeah, that media mod's just quite expensive. That's probably the big reason why I don't want it. I don't want to get it. You gotta do that. It's just, I don't really want to spend the money on it. I think things like 80 to 100 bucks or something. It might actually be more. Yep, got bit right there. Oh, it came off. But yeah, I'm looking into potentially getting a DJI next year. We will see. DJI Action 5 camera. That's the goal, at least. You know, what I have right now, it works, right? Like, there's not much wrong with it. I wish that I could get bit right here. Yep. Oh, that's not a fish, that's a snag. But I really wish I could record in 4K. I actually record my videos in 1080p, if y'all didn't know. But I render the video to where it's in 4K, but it's still not 100% to what it could be, if that makes sense. So I've tried it, and my camera, it just overheats. The camera has to try so hard. And when I'm doing these raw and uncuts like this, you know, I keep the camera going. You know, I don't turn off the camera at all or anything. Need to get on some fish. But when I have it in 1080p, I have zero issues. I think I've only had a couple times when I'm catfishing to where it overheats, but that was like, you know, the high was like 90, 95, and the sun was directly on it the entire day. You know, at that point, it's like, yeah, it's probably going to overheat. Yawn, yawn, yawn. Can't be tired now. I got fish to catch. Oh, that was a fish. Took my Gulp Minnow off. Stinker, man. Get a gulp out of there. But yeah, I would love to where my videos could be in 4K, and I don't think DJI has as big of an issue with overheating. I know it does a lot better with it. That's the one downside I gotta say for the action cameras, is why in the world do they overheat so quickly? It's like, why did GoPro make it to where it overheats? And there's a fish right there. This feels a little bigger. That's a bigger bluegill. Oh yeah. That's the biggest bluegill of the day. Definitely throwing him back. Oh. Yeah, that's a nice bluegill. He swallowed it. Yeah, not that deep. Oh, bluegill. Hold on. Give me 5 seconds, that thing will be out. Maybe 10. And then you can go back and live a prosperous life. There we go. Don't flop, buddy. Look at that bluegill. That is a nice one. See you, buddy. Nice bluegill right there. But yeah, when I'm catfishing, I got bit right there. There's some fish right here. When I'm catfishing, I keep the camera going. There's a setting on it called hindsight, to where I can click it and it'll automatically start recording. Of course, you know, the camera has to be on, but then I can set it to where it'll start, when I click that button, it would have start recording like, I can set it to where it's like 5, 10, 15, or 30 seconds before I click that button. That's where I caught that bigger bluegill right there. So that's what I do. Oh, there's a fish right there. Oh, he came off. Dang, man. Now, it was right in the tree. There we go. So, I know to some of y'all the video quality might look just fine to you. You're like, yeah, this picture looks great. I got nothing wrong with it. But it can definitely be improved a little if it was 100% 4K and there's and not just rendered in 4K, if that makes sense. Yeah, there's fish on this. I guess the edge of that little tree right there. Oh, yep. Oh, come on, dude. My hookups are hot garbage today. Come here, buddy. Fish, eat it, eat it. Do it. Yep, he ate it. Yep. Another old bluegill. I want like a bass or something. That's what I want. Don't slap me. Hey, be nice. Yep. Thank you, bluegill. Greatly appreciated. Cool. Let's make another cast right there. Move a little closer. A slight breeze. Pull me closer. I don't want that. I'm only sitting in 3 foot of water. So the good thing with fishing super shallow like this, fishing with these gulps, is you don't have to let it fall down in the water very long before it hits the bottom to where you can start twitching it. Look at fish on my graph right there. That's a good spot right there. I have a feeling once we get to this tree, there's going to be some fish on it. I got bit right there. Oh, there's a little loop in my reel. No. Come on. Oh, wow, that's really deep in there. There we go. There we go. Coolio. Bada bing, bada boom. Cool. Make sure not to cast in this tree right above me. Yep. Got some Judy on this reel. I can't. My hookups have been not very good. Got nothing to do with the reel. You can blame me on that one, alright? You ain't hooking up on stuff, yeah. Oh, golly. There's a fish right there. Oh, my golly, man. Hey, fish. I call the fish my buddies. They're my good buddies. I take care of the fish besides the one I use for bait. My good buddies, y'all are gonna have to cooperate with me now. Probably have to turn this thing around so it doesn't start slipping down. There we go. This 2-pound fluorocarbon line can be very hard to see. You know, when a fish grabs it, there would be slack that goes out of your line. Cause sometimes you don't feel it. That one right there. Oh, I felt that one. Oh, he got wrapped up in something. Oh, he's in the front part. Oh no, what happened? Oh, I have a kill guard in the front of my... Oh, you're kidding me. In the front of my kayak, and I think he got wrapped around it. No. Oh, he probably came off. Truth be told, he probably came off. Oh, you're kidding. This will probably be the most exciting part of this video. Come here. This has happened before. I don't think I'll be able to get that. Nope, didn't get it. I broke it off. Well, I don't think he was on there. I got water in my kayak too. Dang it, man. Well, y'all gonna have to watch me retie real quick. That sucks. Crap. Oh. Sorry guys, but it's a part of the raw and uncuts, right? I don't need that much line. I got my little box right here, my stuff. Got some spoons. Got some more jigs, crappie magnets. Six, seven. Excuse me. There we go. Wet that line, just touch so I don't burn it. With this 2-pound line, I like to tie it, wrap around it about 8 times. At least 8, just because the line is just so thin. When I'm doing those knots on my catfishing rigs with my leader line, you know, 50-pound monofilament leader, I wrap it around at least 5 times. You could probably get away with 4, but I go with 5. If you're using heavier monofilament leaders, you could probably definitely get away with 4, but if I catch a catfish that breaks 50-pound monofilament leaders, then I caught probably a 110-pounder. Like, I don't even know. I mean, I guess there had to be a fish that big to break it, because I've caught 60, probably not 70-pounders, but I've caught a couple close to 60. I don't know the exact weight on 50-pound monofilament leaders. So, oops. The reason you use monofilaments is your leader line for your catfishing rig, and not braid, is, well, the big reason is because catfish have that super rough mouth, and you have a lot more abrasion resistance with monofilament than you do with braid. Because braid, you get one little nook in it, it's gonna snap, man, and it's game over. So I use my main lines as braid, for which if you get hung up in a tree with that, you're most likely... Oh, I got bit right there. Whoa. Back off this spot real quick. I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't expecting to get bit right there. This bluegill's very pale. This one don't have much colors to him. What's wrong with you, fish? Shit, buddy. I did not expect to get bit right there, I'm gonna be honest with you. Fix my line wrapped around my rod. There we go. Yeah, my main line is 40-pound braid. I just switched to 40. I did have 30 on. Oh my goodness. Fix that. There we go. Cast right there. This looks promising though. You know, I didn't expect to get bit right on the edge of this tree, but hey, I'll make another cast right there. See if I can get another one. I guess what I'll do is I'll go further back into this tree. Afraid to let it fall to the bottom because all them sticks and stuff. You're begging to get snagged, probably. I'll just cast and slightly reel. Probably be the most effective way fishing around all this brush. Oh. There we go. I'll let it fall on there. Oh. It's a lawnmower, man. I hear him. Yeah, we're on in the evening, so it feels pretty nice out. You know, it's about 5:30 right now. I don't know if y'all can see the time there on my graph, but 5:30. I'm gonna get up early and do some catfishing. Go to UNCUT. I call that place Land of the Giants. That's where I caught my biggest catfish ever. This has to be some really small bluegill right here. Come on, bluegill. Cooperate with me. These bluegill don't care. They don't care about my videos. Catfish don't care about my videos either. There we go. I got bit immediately. I mean, literally right when it hit the water. I'll make a couple more casts right here. If not, if I don't get anything, I'm gonna go to the other side of this tree. Oh. Come on, dude. Come on, bluegill. Biggest flathead I ever caught was a 36-pounder. And that thing was a fight, man. Look at bluegill right there. I guess I'll be making another cast over there. This feels like a nice one, though. Yeah, definitely a little bit better bluegill. There's a good bluegill population in here. The amount of times I've been here, I'm pretty satisfied with the ultralight fishing. This water has a little bit of a stain to it, to where there's a little bit of color, but it's not like chocolate milk. That was an awful cast. To where you have probably at least a few inches of visibility. And I got a snag right there. I might have to be careful if I'm going to keep casting over there. I don't want to get snagged. I don't want to break off again. I don't want to put y'all through that pain again. I hate retying. That bit right there. So hard to see my line. If I got sun or quite a bit of sunlight, you know, directly hitting my line, it's pretty easy to see, you know, my line. Alright. One more cast. If I don't get anything, I'll move on. Alright, we're going to move on. Let me go to the other side of this tree. We'll keep on making some casts over here. I haven't seen too many people out here. I mean, look at this. I have this entire place to myself. Pretty nice. I don't know if I said this earlier, but this place is pretty special because it doesn't allow any gas motors. It's only, you know, kayaks and boats with trolling motors are allowed. So it's pretty nice, and it gives people a place to where they can fish and don't have to worry about. There are fish. There's a fish right there. It's a little swirl in the water. And I question if that fish had it. What do you guys say about the no jet skis bluegill? He don't care. Yeah, it gives people a place to where they don't have to worry about bass boats or jet skis or anything. Another cast right there. There's a fish. Bluegill fiesta today, man. That's why I come here, because I know there is just a good population of bluegill. And look at that thing. That's a slab of a bluegill. He knocked my Gulp Minnow. Oh, splash water in my mouth. Oh, that's disgusting. You go on home, buddy. Ugh. Yeah. That bluegill showed me, didn't he? Knocked my gulp off, and he knocked water in my mouth. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't taste very good. Alright, put another gulp on here. Make sure it's on there straight. They have, like I said, this is the smelt color of the Gulp Minnows, and no, does it matter which color you get? I don't know. I think this is the closest color to. There's another one right there. They're just stacked on the edge of this tree because it looks like the closest color to a minnow, a smaller bluegill. But I've used watermelon pearl in the past and done very well. They have like a black shad as well, and they also have it's another one. Oh, I got snag. That's what that is. Oh no, I also got chartreuse. I never really tried that one. But the only thing I would say is the chartreuse isn't like natural. Oh, I get wrapped around in this thing again. Dude, this is not going well. Not going how I thought it would. And yep, it's game over. It's game over. Did I get it? Nope. Guys, I'm so sorry. That's what happens, man. I mean, when you're fishing with these Gulp Minnows, you're gonna break off. I normally don't break off this much. You know, twice. You know, so quickly, but I don't even know how that happened. Alright, well. I think that was only 7 times, but I'll say at least 8, but I'm sure it'll be okay. Cut that. Cool. Yeah, those Plano boxes I got, those things are waterproof. You know, so water and stuff doesn't get in them. And they'll rust out your lures, and you don't want that, because then all your lures are ruined. Do that right there. Bada bing, bada boom. Cool. I'm going through some gulps today, let me tell you. Those gulps, man, I buy those in bulk. I mean, I buy, last time I bought some, I got 6 jars. Because I ultralight quite a bit. I really enjoy it. Back off right here. Oh, there's a fish right there. Dude, they're stacked over here. Big another cast right there. I don't think that was a fish. I think that was a stick. One of them stick fish. There we go. Alright, one more cast right there. Nope. Alright, we'll move on. Yeah, I'm only sitting in 2 foot of water. This is pretty shallow. Hopefully there's fish over here. If not, I'll move on down just a little bit. There's this, I think it's a small birdhouse right there someone made. Looks like that thing's been sitting there for a while. But yeah, I've done quite a few of these raw and uncut videos. You know, about an hour long, and they've performed very well. So, I enjoy doing them. And if I enjoy it, and it keeps performing well on YouTube, well, I'm going to keep on doing it, right? So, that's what I'm going to keep on doing. You know, the reality of it is, you know, I want to do videos that, one, I enjoy making. Snag right there. But also videos that perform well, because if I'm doing videos that I just absolutely hate, then why am I doing this, right? You're not gonna, and of course you're just not gonna enjoy it if you do videos, and they call it like a niche on YouTube. You know, pick your topic on your channel and stick with that. There's a lot of stuff over here. Might slide down a little bit. Yeah, my trolling motor hangs off about 6 inches below the hull of my kayak, so I can get into some pretty shallow water. When I'm like throwing a cast net and stuff, I can get a lot shallower than what most boats can. You know, if you got a boat, you could, oh, there's a loop right there. you probably can't get, but so shallow. There's still a loop right there. Bear with me. Here's what I'm gonna do. Well, no. I thought about sliding down, but I want to try this. These hangover trees real quick. Hopefully the loop's in my reels. Well, there you go. See if I can get them out. There we go. Bada bing, bada boom. That's what I like to see. Fix my gulp right here. But for the people that have made it this far into the video, I'm gonna give y'all a sneak peek on a video idea that I have. It's only, if you've watched about 47 minutes into this video, you're the only people that are gonna hear this. The very last video of this year, and I'm 99.9% sure I'm gonna do this. There's a fish right there. Oh, he came off. I'm actually probably 100% sure I'm gonna do this. But it's gonna be a compilation video of the biggest catfish I've caught this year. And I think that is such a great idea. I've watched videos on like, hey, how can you get views? How can you bring in a large, more people to your channel? Videos that will perform well, basically. And one of them said a compilation video. And I was like, you know what? That'd be a great idea. I just use my footage I already have and turn into a compilation video of the biggest catfish I've caught this year. So I don't know how long the video is going to be. Of course, I'm not going to have the video be 2 hours long. That's not what I'm going to do. I want to try to keep the video under an hour, because I know there's 5 fish that's going to be on there for my regular viewers. There's the big one I caught in the video. This debris was stacked with giant catfish. The big blue I caught, the video is called I caught a massive catfish in this deep hole. And then 2 massive flatheads. I got bit right there. The 2 massive flatheads I caught, it's on one of my most recent catfishing videos. That video is called, oh, I'm having a blank. What was the video called? Oh yeah, Monster Flathead Catfish Madness. That's what it's called. Let's make one more cast right here. And then there's going to be a bonus fish at the end. And it's not going to be the biggest fish I've caught this year. No. I know it's not going to be, well, like I said, it's not going to be the biggest. But it's going to be the rarest catfish I've ever caught. And I think it'd be such a great way to end the video, to end out the year. And it is the piebald catfish I caught on one of my most recent catfishing videos. That video is called I Caught the Rarest Catfish on the Planet, plus rare catfish, or plus huge catfish, I'm sorry. I got bit right there. But yeah, that piebald, man, that was such a cool catch. I mean, probably once in a lifetime kind of thing. That it's just so rare that you catch one of those. And who knows if I'll ever catch one ever again. I mean, you never know. But like I said, probably once in a lifetime kind of thing. I need to get another bluegill though. That's what I need to do. This is a fishing channel. I need to catch some fish, man. Just slightly reel. Almost at we're 51 minutes in the video, so about an hour, then I'll probably call a video. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoy doing these raw and uncuts. Oh, I'm stuck in a, what was that, brush pile? It's a down tree right there. I broke the stick of that thing with my transducer. See if I can catch at least one more bluegill. That'd be great. That would be swell. Is that a fish? No, that's a stick. Something splashed right there. That actually might have been a turtle. I didn't see before I saw that splash. Got tap right there. Golly, I will say this might be one of the smoothest reels I've ever bought. Fluger is the reel. They had one reel, or they had this one, and then they also had another reel that was Fluger. It looks basically just like this, but the color was white. And I got this one because this reel matches the rod a lot better than the white. Again, it was a little more pricey, but it matches the rod better, and it has more bearings. Oh, I'm on a stick. Alright, let me go. Right over here. Got this down tree right here. This looks promising. Fix my gulp. This looks like a money spot right here. If I was a fish, I would live right there. Yep. Look at that. I told you. What did I say? Sometimes, man, you see a spot. Hold there, buddy. How's it feel, bluegill? He don't care. But you see a spot sometimes, you're just like, there's gonna be fish right there. This little tree right here, I said it. If I was a fish, I would live right here. Come on here, bluegill. I hate that I haven't caught like any bass or crappie. That's what I want. But it's okay. Alright, well, let me make one more cast. Just kind of the outside of that tree. Should cast a little closer. Well, I guess not. That thing hit it hard. Probably 100% a bluegill. I bet you money. I bet you a whole dollar bill. That was a bluegill. Just watch. I'm gonna catch the fish that bit it. Look at this. Feast your eyes on this. He bit again. Nope. Alright, one more. If he don't bite, I'm gonna move on. Yeah, that's too close. There we go. Should probably get a new gulp, but I don't want to. I don't want to go through another gulp. Y'all know what I mean. I've already gone through quite a few today. Try to get the most use out of a gulp as I can. Yep, there's a fish right there. This was a little bit bigger. Well, he felt a little bigger. How does it feel to be on the Kayak Quest YouTube channel, Bluegill? He said he doesn't care. He doesn't care a bit about my YouTube channel. He's internet famous now. You're welcome. You're welcome, Bluegill. Yep. Yeah, I look forward to going catfishing tomorrow. I always enjoy going catfishing, man. Lake Nickajack especially, because there's so many big fish up there, man. Down here it's just not the number of catfishes there is up there. Come on, Bluegill. I got tap right there. Yep. I was just slowly reeling it. How does it feel, Bluegill? Oh yeah, he was hooked good, wasn't he? Sorry, I don't want to hurt you, Bluegill. I can't get that hook out. There we go. There you go. See ya. Fix my gulp here. I'll make another cast right there. Might have to get a new gulp. Yeah, we'll make it work. Make it work for a couple more minutes. Come here, Bluegill. Sit on it straight? Yeah, it's fall down straight. Cool. It's a big thing, man. I always make sure these things are on straight. I don't want to deter my bites. Sometimes it doesn't matter. If you have 100 bluegill, it's just, most likely it's not going to matter. But you know, when you got these bluegill that are stacked up, you know, kind of scattered, you know, you don't want to decrease your chances at all to catch a fish. I don't know why you would want to do that anyway, but I always give myself the best chances catching the fish. That's why when y'all see me catfishing, you will never see me use rotten baits. I've used chicken breasts in the past, didn't have much success with it. But you catch a lot of small fish with that. But if you want the best chances, oh, that was a bigger bluegill right there. If you want the best chances, oh, you knocked the gulp off. No! Why'd you have to do that, bluegill? Yep. Put a gulp on, see if I can get myself one more bluegill before we wrap up the video. Look at all that bait right there. What was I talking about? Oh yeah. If you want your best chances to catch a catfish, use yourself some fresh bait. Whether that's bluegill, shad, crappie, bass, anything. Any fish that's in that body of water that you're fishing. Oh, what in the world happened? That's your best chances of catching a fish. Because think about it, a catfish, their diet is fish. I mean, that is what they eat all the time. So if you can put fresh fish in front of their face, you think they're going to eat it? I would say yes. Will they all the time? You know. I mean, sometimes they're just not hungry, or they don't want the bait that you have, or another circumstance. But if you want the best chances of catching a catfish, make sure you use fresh fish. Fix my gulp. These things slide down pretty easy. Stinker, man. Come on, let's get one more bluegill of the video. One more. One more. Come on, one more. Whatever happens, this cast and one more, whatever happens, we're going to call a video. Getting tap right there. Alright. Fix my gulp, one more cast. And that's it. Something splashed behind me. Sound like a bass. Come here, buddy. Feel something tapping it. No. Alright, we're gonna call it right there. Put my gulp away. Put this right behind me. But yeah, guys, so that's gonna wrap up the video. I hope y'all enjoy it. I enjoy it. I really do enjoy doing these raw and uncut videos. You know, just come out here, you know, just simple ultralight fishing with Gulp Minnows. It's a blast, guys. So I hope y'all enjoyed today's video, and don't forget, go catch them. Peace.